Hi, Vencore Weather meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, October 10th, a chilly morning here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Lots of clouds already have pushed into the region ahead of a low-pressure area that will ride along a frontal boundary zone over the next 12 to 24 hours or so. Showers will develop today and evolve into a steady soaking rain for tonight up and down the I-95 corridor. Rain should continue into Saturday morning. There is a chance for some clearing Saturday afternoon, and certainly Sunday looks like the better of the 2 days over the weekend. It'll turn milder early next week, and then another heavy rain event is likely by the middle of next week. Well, let's start off by looking at the surface map, and there's a frontal boundary zone that stretches from the Mid-Atlantic region all the way out into the middle part of the country. A couple areas of low pressure will consolidate along that frontal boundary zone over the next few hours and ride right along it into the I-95 corridor, producing showers at first and then a steadier, heavier rain late today and especially overnight tonight from D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City. That'll push off the East Coast slowly during the midday hours on Saturday, and again, there can be some clearing late tomorrow with perhaps even a few sunny intervals after some morning lingering rainfall. Sunday definitely looks like a better day as this high pressure area over the northern plains pushes all the way into the northeastern part of the country by Sunday. That shifts off the East Coast by Monday, opens the door from somewhat milder air out of the southwest. Temperatures will rebound nicely on Monday and even Tuesday well up into the 70s ahead of the next active cold front, and that active cold front is likely to bring us another round of heavy rain late Tuesday night into the day on Wednesday. Here's a current look at the radar across the country from the mesonet.org website. Along that frontal boundary zone, just a widespread area of showers and embedded thunderstorms. Here is about where that frontal boundary zone exists, and low pressure will ride right along that boundary zone over the next 12 to 24 hours or so, right into the I-95 corridor. Some of this moisture actually came from the remains of Tropical Storm Simon off the eastern Pacific into the southwest U.S. and now kind of wrapping itself up into this whole pattern in the central part of the country. So lots of rainfall here. Most areas along the I-95 corridor from D.C. to Baltimore to Philadelphia, New York City should receive anywhere from a half to an inch of rain, perhaps even a little more than an inch in some localities over the next 12 to 24 hours or so, with the steadiest, heaviest rainfall occurring overnight tonight. Here's a current look at the latest infrared satellite imagery loop from the SSEC Wisconsin website. A couple things I want to point out. First of all, lots of clouds associated with that frontal boundary zone and a little bit of spin in the atmosphere associated with low pressure there. All of this moving right into the I-95 corridor. Meanwhile, an area of interest here over the western Atlantic, this very likely could become a tropical depression, then a tropical storm over the next 12 to 24 hours or so. Will not have an impact on the East Coast, but it could indeed have some kind of an impact on Bermuda over the next day or two. Actually looks like it could become kind of an active period over the next few weeks in the western Atlantic, and of course we'll monitor that on a daily basis here at VencoreWeather.com. Well, let's take a look at a few computer forecast maps. This is using last night's 0Z GFS Global Forecast System model run. We'll look at this evening and then 12-hour increments into Sunday morning for this evening. That frontal boundary zone extending all the way into the Mid-Atlantic region, a widespread area riding right up along that frontal boundary zone here depicted by the GFS model. Again, we'll have some showers developing later on this afternoon, and then that'll gradually evolve into a steadier, heavier rain for tonight into the early part of Saturday. Notice out here by this evening, strong high pressure into the northern plains. Lots of dry conditions out here, and that moves eastward over the next 48 hours, giving us a decent day on Sunday, although still quite cool for this time of the year. In fact, the next 3 days will be very chilly relative to normal for this time of the year. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, way below normal for this time of the year up and down the I-95 corridor. Well, here's a forecast map for tomorrow morning. Low pressure right along that frontal boundary zone, an area of steady soaking rain in the I-95 corridor. Again, it looks like perhaps a half an inch to an inch in many areas, maybe even a few localities will get more than an inch. That system gradually pulls to the north and east during the day on Saturday. Certainly does not look like a nice afternoon, but there should be some improvement with even a few intervals of sunshine possible. But all in all, not the better of the weekend days. Sunday will certainly be a nicer day. Let's now jump ahead to the Saturday evening forecast map. Well, by Saturday evening, that low pressure now moves off the New England coastline. Rain-free conditions here Saturday evening in the I-95 corridor. And notice that high pressure area that is sitting today way out over the northern plains. It moves fairly quickly to the northeastern part of the country by Saturday night and Sunday. Skies should clear Saturday night. It'll become very chilly by Sunday morning, perhaps down to near 40 degrees in many areas along the I-95 corridor. Well, here's the forecast map for Sunday morning. That strong high pressure and a chilly high pressure system moves right on top of the Mid-Atlantic region. Certainly some sunshine is likely up and down the I-95 corridor. Notice, though, there is some moisture just to the southwest of D.C. early Sunday mornings. D.C. area can actually get a couple of showers mixed in on Sunday as it becomes increasingly moist in the atmosphere, especially down across the D.C. metropolitan region by Sunday afternoon. And then this high moves off the northeast coast, will develop a southwesterly flow on the backside of the high on Monday and Tuesday. It'll become milder as a result. And then this cold frontal system that looks dry at this time come Sunday morning will get a lot of Gulf moisture involved, and it'll evolve into a heavy rain event, it looks like, for the I-95 corridor, the Mid-Atlantic region, late Tuesday night, Wednesday time frame right now. So not only do we have a soaking rain event for tonight up and down the I-95 corridor, but certainly there could be another soaking rain event by the middle of next week. Well, that's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.